Hello everybody, my name is Sarah, Weight Watcher, Cape Cod woman, and it is mid-August. Oh my goodness, here we go. So anyway, this is just a little musing. I've finished all my emails. I've answered a lot of people on this channel, and I'm getting ready for my walk. Greg has left to go fishing, so he's cleared the deck, and it is 4 in the morning. I know some of you think I'm absolutely nuts. Well, I just want to share with you, this is Starbucks Pleasant Morning Buzz French Roast. And I'm finding it to be one of the most delicious coffees. And I hit some coffees all the time. That Mayorga Organic is good that I was getting at Stop and Shop and I got from Amazon. But sometimes Whole Foods has really reasonable, oh my goodness, the cat is lying on my computer. Sometimes Starbucks has some reasonable things, and it always surprises me. I've not gone, not Starbucks, Whole Foods. I have not gone near Whole Foods for the whole weekend. So I'm having Whole Foods withdrawal because it's summer on Cape Cod, and I just don't think I could handle the crowds. My shiny black car has enough other people's doors dings on them. So, oh my God, that's so good. I need to be alone. Summer is challenging. What else can I say? It is very, very challenging. Sorry. All I know is that the eat me foods are out there in abundance, and it is really, really tough. It's so hard to just go through the day, you're hot, all the things that you want are just calling out to you, but you want to be committed. And because I had a little extra time this morning, I was able to read some people. One of them is Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. She was watching an older video of mine with my Weight Watcher journey, and I have another one coming up, which is a more updated story. And she was saying it was really hard for her to feel committed. And wow, I know that feeling. You know, and it starts just one day. And then it builds, and it's just so hard. And talking to my friend recently when we were out on her boat and we had that 2 hours of Weight Watcher chit-chat, and yes, Birdie, 2 hours of Weight Watcher chit-chat, it's beyond divine. I mean, it's like, obviously, it's all I ever think about is my food plan, and it's just so nice to be with somebody that has their own food plan, and different but the same, but she does eat a lot like me. And so it's hard to get committed. And then that motivation, you know, that initial surge when you first start on Weight Watchers where you're being a doobie and you're doing everything right and the weigh-ins, and then kind of slides into the day of the weigh-in or the day after the weigh-in. It becomes a cheat day, which I do not use in my philosophy. It is a treat day or a treat meal. And my treat meal, oh, so good, has been the same since I went to the farmer's market. And so it is on Saturday night, and I look forward to it all week. And I have, you know, you have to do your sacrifices at times, your compromises with your food. And it's not like you can just do what you do and then hit the treat day and go crazy. Leading up to my treat, I still had my, you know, my Weight Watcher breakfast, which was the egg, I think it was eggs yesterday. It was eggs. And my berries. And then for lunch, I just had another huge salad with 3 tablespoons of Bolthouse vinaigrette. And so with an orange. And I had grapes. And so that was it leading into my treat dinner. And that's the way it goes. And waking up today, I'm not thinking of going to a breakfast place on my way to work and having a stack of with butter dripping down and 4 cups of fake maple syrup on it. I'm not thinking of that. I have to be very careful of my triggers, and so do you. Do you even know what your triggers are? I think I'm going to name this video Triggers. So what are your triggers? I know that my triggers are a monster. And that monster gets to be awoken if I have a trigger food or a binge food 2 days in a row. If I have it on the second day, my head is already going more. And there is so much work involved in undoing my head to stop it. I've worked really hard on my trigger foods, my binge foods, to be able to eat, quote unquote, normal. But my binge food, my trigger food, is cake. And since I've decided to give up the white flour and not a strict gluten-free person, but definitely, cookies and cakes and chips and cereals. And by the way, I have my second huge bag to go to a food pantry of the white flour cereal boxes. So my pantry is looking naked, but that's fine because steel-cut oats rock for me, and so do eggs at this time. So anyway, so having that that white flour dessert after the second day, I'm in for the pound, and I don't care. My head becomes very devious, and it's exhausting. It's like right before getting here, waking up feeling disgusted with myself, that self-loathing, that thing that I felt from just getting sloppy. I hate that sloppy feel. And I think that when Jennifer was talking, she was saying that it was hard for her to feel that commitment again. And that sloppy eating, it kind of sneaks in. I think, too, when we have the holiday season coming up where it's just a food fest from Thanksgiving to Super Bowl Sunday, it's disgusting. It's just so hard. And I wasn't doing my videos then, so there'll be a lot of these sort of videos as we get to that. But it's August, and if you were committed from maybe May on, you might be enjoying some of the feelings of what being on Weight Watchers has done for you with your points and your tracker, a little bit of exercise, a lot of water, and better food choices. Have you made better food choices throughout the summer? Have you chosen the bounty of the food? And I know that cookouts and events are very, very triggering. And they're very, very hard to work around. I always say, pack your own dressing. That Bolthouse goes everywhere with me. I've got a training coming up, and I bring the bones of a salad with me because food is provided. And so I'm hoping that it's a health-conscious lunch that they serve. Sometimes it's just that, typical institutional food. Maybe not, but we'll see. So I bring the bones with me. I'll bring, my salad bowl of romaine and my Bolthouse dressing, and maybe another little container of the add-on veggies that I like, because I know they're not going to have beets and green beans and Brussels sprouts. And I'll bring it. And that's how I handle these triggering events. I don't need to partake in those sort of things and as much as I want to, but I just have to squint. And I had a sponsor in AA, and she used to tell me with the things that were tough for me to handle to learn how to squint. And so I have to squint at the trays or casserole dishes or mound of things that these events have at them, which is not unlike a cookout. And so I have to learn how to squint. And sometimes I have to make compromises. When I get to the night that I have my steak, my treat night, the old me wants a huge baked potato. It also wants a big old ear of corn. And because both have a lot of they're both starchy veggies, I have to make a choice. And I can find a small russet potato, and maybe I can have a half of an ear of corn. But I have to make those decisions, and I can't just say, what the heck? I'll just have both. Tomorrow I'll be good. Because as we know, those tomorrows can be more of the same, and it starts getting sloppy. So I hope that you're as committed today as you were the day that you said, that's it. I'm so disgusted with myself, I'm going to Weight Watchers. It's too bad more of us don't take those pictures of before and after. I did suggest to Jennifer that she take a picture of how she looked when she entered Weight Watchers and a picture of somebody from a magazine or something of what she wants to look like. When I entered Weight Watchers June 23rd, 2014, there was a picture in a magazine, and it's funny because most of mine I now get on my tablet, so except for Men's Health does come in the magazine form. So I took a picture of this woman walking down the street, and first of all, she's eating while walking, and that's one of my no-nos because I don't care if it's 2 ounces of cottage cheese. I'm enjoying it. I am sitting down. I am having it with my cute little spoon out of my little glass container with a linen cloth napkin, not linen, but actually I use tablecloths. Towels. And I'm dining, whether it's 2 ounces of yogurt or it is, it's one of my all pepper salad with the feta cheese with cucumbers. I dine. And so she's walking down the street, and she's got something that's wrapped in aluminum foil, like a burrito thing. And she has her own image of being a former size 6, but she's really like a 12 or 14 with the pot hanging over the belt, or the lack of belt, over the waistband of the jeans. And, far eclipsing her boobs. And that was where I was headed last June 2014. And so I had that picture on my computer. So every time I'd come in here to turn on my computer, there she would be, walking while eating, with a blouse on that pulled at the buttons in a non-attractive way. And that was my motivation. That was my motivation to start Weight Watchers, continue on Weight Watchers, and it still is today. And so I hope that the triggers for you are something that you've learned to squint at. It works. It's hard. And when you're with somebody, like say a significant other, that doesn't have a food issue or doesn't care about what they look like, it's really, really hard to be around them and see that rolling of the eyes. It's like, oh God, here we go. You just enjoy it. And it's like they don't know, they're normies. They don't get us. They don't know that since the moment we opened our eyes, we've been stressing out about this food event that's coming up because of the unknown, right? It's different if it was like a restaurant, like Olive Garden. So I was trying to think of something that's nationwide, that you could go on and see the menu and figure out, the points for what you're going to have. It's different going to either, like for me, the trainings where they provide the food, or a cookout, or dinner to somebody's house, or a restaurant that doesn't post their menu. And so the unknown is scary. So you have to take care of yourself. And we learn how to do that. We have the equipment in the kitchen, the little containers, the little nondescript containers. I have these cute little things, got them from Amazon, and they are leak-free, and I put my half a tablespoon of Bliss, my half a tablespoon of Zyla with a sprinkling of Truvia in it for work. I put my Bolthouse salad dressing in it for events that I'm going to. If I'm making a salad for work, I put the dressing on the bottom, eliminating the little container, and then I put, the stuff that's going on it on top, and that's, so then I mix it kind of with my fork before I begin to eat. So you just learn these little tricks of the trade, but you have to have the equipment. Amazon has been where I usually go. Sometimes I go to TJ Maxx or Marshall's and I look at the glass containers there and treat myself to one odd-sized one. I love odd-sized ones, but for the most part, I've gotten my containers from Amazon, and they are baby food containers. They're adorable. I have a 2 ounce, I have a 4 ounce, I have a 6 ounce, and they have these wonderful neon colored tops. And I'm telling you, people have glass jar envy when I'm around them. So anyway, be careful of your triggers, learn how to squint, and I will see you the next time. This has been Sarah, Weight Watcher, Cape Cod Woman. Bye-bye for now.